Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the William Adams Cat Live Festival. My name's Sam Babcock, and I'm one of the sales managers here at William Adams. And I'm here live at Merlot Hills at our head office in Clayton on this beautiful sunny Melbourne day. Now, here at William Adams, we pride ourselves on delivering a great customer experience, doing things extra special for our customers at every touch point whenever we can, every single day. Without our customers, we don't exist. And we've been fortunate this afternoon to hear from some wonderful customers. Guys, thank you for your help in today's event. For those of you who are tuning in at home or from the office, we hope you've got something out of those segments. But there's one customer who we're yet to introduce, who I'm going to invite in on screen in just a moment. This guy loves the iron, loves cat diggers, and best of all, he's just purchased his second Caterpillar machine in the 303.5 compact radius. Who else other than our wonderful host, Brian Taylor. BT, come on down.
Good on you, Sam. This is the official unveiling, is it?
This is the official
the
unveiling.
Red carpet?
We don't normally get the red carpet out, BT, but we've done it here especially for you.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
Very, very excited.
Now, a lot of people back at the office, or if they're watching from home, probably don't know this, but you've had a pretty long affiliation with Caterpillar equipment. You had a 20-tonner in the 320D series, is that correct?
Look, I'm no construction guru, and so I'm not pretending to be that. I'm a former plumber as well, but that was going back years and years. And I won't say I've been totally involved with these machines, but my only other machine was a Cat 320, was it a 320?
D series.
That's right. The
yes.
pretty old one, 30 years old or thereabouts. So 20-tonner, I had one of those and learnt, that was what I learnt with, and it did the job. I needed to clear out a dam and a couple of other little bits and pieces. It did the job. I brought it second-hand and I sold it not long ago, knowing that I wanted to update to something smaller and something a little more agile.
Well, you're going to have a lot of fun with a 303.5 BT. It's going to be perfect for your property. Understand there could also be some house renovations on the cards.
Yes.
I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it.
We're not going to knock the house over with it. We're going to build the house with it.
Okay, well, just on that note, we're going to come down and have a look at it in a moment. Now, as per your request, we're all in the high vis. BT, we have cleared out every single bit of machinery in Merlot Hills.
There's no one standing anywhere near me. Is there a reason for that?
There's no way you can hit anything, BT, so we're going to make sure we're all about safety here at William Adams.
You're not making me drive it, are you?
Oh, I think we should have a go.
Oh, Jesus, I've just met the machine. I mean, it's first date.
First time, let's have a bit of a look. We're going to go down the red carpet, unveil the machine. BT, I'll hand you your key in just a moment. Let's take a walk down.
Let's go down and have a look what's here. Oh, look at this. It's got the sheet over.
Alrighty, boys.
Sparkling new machine.
Let's take it away.
Let's have a look at this. So this is a 3.5-tonner, hopefully, unless you got me something bigger.
Well, let's hope it's the right machine, BT.
Oh, it looks new. Looks new. It's got a cab, so it's not mini micro, is it?
No, this is the air-conditioned cab version.
So is this? Oh yeah, it's a very nice cab. So is this the smallest machine that has a cab?
This is not the smallest machine that has a cab. But in terms of the 303.5, that 3.5-tonne class, this is how we bring them in at William Adams, okay? It's suited to Victorian weather conditions. As we know, Melbourne can have four seasons in one day. Yeah. You're going to be really, really comfortable here in the 303.5.
So I know you want me to jump in and drive this. I love the bow too. Nice touch, by the way. Oh. Caterpillar, always very, very good with the touches of brilliance. But what do you got there? The key.
That's your key, BT.
The Cat key, there you go. Jesus, that's great. So put it on the trailer and take it home, or?
Well, I think what we might do is we'll bring it out to the farm for you next week.
Right.
It's all part of the delivery experience at William Adams. We do commission our machines properly with certified delivery, and we'll be doing that for you. We're coming out on Monday.
All right, well, I'll shut the door so I don't have to drive it. Is that what we're going to do?
No, BT, keep it open. Keep it open, please.
You want me to get in?
Keep it open. Pop in.
All right.
You can shoot your microphone off the other side.
Hang on to that while I step up.
Absolutely.
Jeez, it is I'm a big guy, obviously. Small digger, but plenty of room in the cab. Fully air conditioned?
Fully air conditioned, BT, and heating as well.
Right, and so you actually want me to start. Now, my memory, will this be roughly the same configuration as what we had on the big old 20-tonner?
It'll be similar, BT, but I think you'll find there's some modifications and you'll pick it up pretty quickly, a bit like riding a bike.
All right, let's see if I can do it without from the memory.
If you just want to pass that microphone out to Stewie on the other side.
There you go, Stewie.
Just hang on a sec there, BT. I'll just get rid of the... Just like riding a bike. Already got the revs worked out. Great work, BT. And we're away. Isn't she a beautiful machine? Away he goes for the first strike. The new 303.5, BT's second Caterpillar machine. And that's a wrap from us here, guys. Now let's go back to Mark at Customer Solutions for a bit of information on the Customer Solutions video. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Hello, I'm Mark Edison, Customer Solutions Manager with William Adams. I trust you're enjoying the William Adams Cat Live Festival 2020 and getting a virtual experience of our next generation cat equipment. Next generation technology is a key feature of this product, and to complement this technology, William Adams provides support solutions to keep your next gen cat equipment healthy, productive and safe throughout its life. I'd like to take a couple of minutes to give you an overview of these solutions. We live in a connected world, and using the onboard Cat Product Link module, we provide a range of telematics and productivity subscriptions used to enable connection with the machine, unlocking the available operational and productivity data used to monitor and manage your asset. We provide you access to this information through a range of Caterpillar applications tailored to your needs. These range from the mobile Cat app, the web-based my.cat.com portal, through to the comprehensive VisionLink suite of applications, all designed to assist with fleet management. Access to 24/7 parts ordering is provided through our parts.cat.com portal. When it comes to planned maintenance, whether you are a do-it-yourself customer or do-it-for-me customer, we have a customer value agreement to match your needs. We can also provide access to service applications including Cat SIS, Cat ET and Cat Inspect. Finally, our Customer Solutions Centre in Clayton, Victoria houses our industry-leading Cat SOS Fluids Laboratory, as you can see behind me. Regular fluid sampling provides a rich source of equipment health of information, and your dedicated team provides testing, interpretation and SOS reporting through this service. For additional peace of mind and advice when needed, many customers take advantage of our advanced condition monitoring service we call Advise. I hope this has given you an insight into the range of customer solutions we have on offer to support your business. I'll finish by showing you a short clip regarding connectivity, which I mentioned earlier. Enjoy.
Getting the most out of your equipment is vital to your business. Keeping in touch with your equipment is easier than ever with connectivity. Monitoring equipment health and component wear. Anticipating service needs, not just on one machine, but on all your equipment, enabling you to reduce the number of service visits while improving site efficiency. Scheduling multiple services during one technician visit keeps you in control. Software updates can be initiated automatically by your dealer to keep your systems up to date. As problems are detected early, technicians are prepared with the right parts at the right time to service your equipment needs. By connecting not only your Cat machines but your entire fleet, you're able to keep your job site running efficiently. Connectivity enables your dealer to be just a click away to provide you with the right level of support for your business. Keeping your equipment connected allows you to remotely access important information such as hours, location, fuel utilization, and alerts, putting you in control of your maintenance schedules. Making you successful is our priority. Giving you access to critical information on all your equipment allows you to make the right decisions to increase your job site productivity, avoid downtime, prevent failures, and manage your preventative maintenance based on your schedule. By connecting your equipment, you will receive excellent support along with information-based advice from your dealer. Get the most out of your equipment and efficiently manage your fleet. Contact your local Cat dealer to learn more about our connectivity solutions.
Big welcome back to the William Adams Cat Live Festival going on here at head office in Clayton. Now, just a reminder, a couple of great deals going on this evening. The first is the 301.5. I've stuffed this up a few times. The next gen mini excavator. Current special is $29,990. The event offer. So right now, down from $29,990 to $25,990. So the first 5 units sold at $25,990. Now the 313 next gen excavator, choice of the 2D or 3D event offer, $8,000 discount once again for the first 5 units. Both of those applicable until the close of business on Friday as well. Now, we've been giving away a lot of prizes so far. You've noticed the Cat stools have gone, the esky has gone, the tickets to a famous Melbourne event have gone as well. We've given the Cat hire of the beautiful little micro digger over there as well. Next on the agenda is this one over here, the Milwaukee Toolkit. So we're going to draw the prize for this magnificent prize. Thanks to Total Tools out there in Dandenong. Great guys. They have got the tools you need to get hold of. The Milwaukee 12-volt brushless 3-piece combo kit and Milwaukee grease gun valued at $1,500. There it is right there, thanks to the great folk at Total Tools. All right, let's pull the lever for the magnificent Milwaukee tools. Bit of a drum roll as we go, and here it is. And the winner is Justin Page. Justin Page. Congratulations to you, Justin. You have won that magnificent Milwaukee tool kit over there thanks to Total Tools in Dandenong. Now, don't forget, we have still got the major prize, the Matador 6-burner hooded Titan barbecue valued at over $3,500. So that is coming up very, very short. Now, going to be back in a moment, folks, with more from the William Adams team.
It would take a long time to tell you all the reasons why the all-new Cat D6 dozer will save you time, save you money, and help you get more done on the job site. Like the world's first high-drive electric drive dozer, or factory-grade technology that's easy to use. Not to mention the incredibly comfortable new cab, amazing braiding performance, and dramatically better fuel efficiency. But hey, we know you need to get back to work. So if you got a minute, here are some highlights. And that's just part of the story. To start building your ideal D6, visit cat.com to take a virtual tour. Or see your Cat dealer so they can help you pick out just the right features to help you take your business to the next level.
Now, we're going to have a bit of a look at the D6 with two of the experts here, but just before we do that, gentlemen, I want to ask you a couple of questions. A couple of viewers have got hold of us and they want to know the answers to these questions. To do with a Cat 120 motor grader, first of all, have Cat done anything to combat the problem with the circle touching the bottom of the side shift arm?
Well, you want to answer that, Chris? Or?
Well, yeah, we actually have addressed that one. So on our mastless grader we spoke about just before, we've actually incorporated that in so the operator can't actually do that. Right. So on the mastless machine, that's one way we can solve that problem for that customer.
Yeah, so not on the 120, only on the new mastless grader that's coming out.
Right. Related to the Cat front end loader 966GC, is the Cat payload system certified legal for trade?
No, it's not.
Right.
So this one isn't certified for trade, but it's good. It's designed for really truck loading applications. If you're on a quarry, there's a weighbridge there.
Yep.
It stops that operator overloading the truck, so when he gets to the weighbridge, he just keeps going straight out the gate.
Okay, what about this one? Last one for you guys. Related to the 306CR Mini Hex, does the stick steer feature come up as a safety warning on the display all the time or only when activated?
When activated, yeah. So it advises the operator that he's in stick steer mode, just in case the person jumps in there and presses the wrong lever or pushes the wrong joystick and the machine starts walking instead of swinging, or so yes, it does. Yeah.
Might have time for a couple more questions a little bit later on, but I'm going to leave it to you guys to tell us about this wonderful machine.
Thanks, BT. I mean, you heard Guy and Glenn Bright there talk before about the new electric drive dozer. We're pretty excited about this new dozer, and I'm going to reiterate on some of the things that Glenn and Guy spoke about earlier. But it's fantastic for us to get the new high track elevated sprocket design in an electric drive. So the beauty about this dozer today is that it's really designed to be a lot more fuel efficient and a lot more productive than our previous D6s that we had on the market. We've gone from the old D6Hs to the D6Rs to the D6Ts. Caterpillar really have improved the productivity of this machine. They've also reduced the operating and the maintenance costs of this machine by up to something like about 12%. So there's a lot of work that's gone into this tractor to make it what it is today. And I heard Guy talking earlier about the engine. Well, the engine's a C9.3. It's a new improved engine. It's a Tier 4 final machine, which means it meets the latest emission regulations. But the beauty that Caterpillar have done to it is they've taken the EGR component out of it and fitted it with what they call a selective catalyst reduction unit, and that helps meet their requirements for worldwide emissions that manufacturers have to conform to. So that's been a good thing because that's been able to reduce less maintenance costs on the machine, on the engine particularly. But I guess the big thing is the electric drive on the machine is the key feature to it. So in a bit of a nutshell, the electric drive, the engine pretty much just operates the generator, and in turn it just sends power to what we call an inverter, and then the inverter sends power to a propulsion module that the machine has, and it comes out these final double reduction final drives to give us the speed, the torque, the power that the machine requires to do what it needs to do. The beauty about that is there's less parasitical load on the engine, so that's where we get a lot of the fuel saving out of the machine. But not only that, the drive mechanism now, this electric drive mechanism, gives the operator up to 30 different speed variations that they can regulate the speed for any sort of environment that the dozer gets encountered. Quite often you'll find guys will be working in forestry applications, they're working on steep hills, where in the past when we had the old power shift transmission it was pretty much either a first, second or third. Some of the later ones had a half gear in there as well, but nevertheless they couldn't regulate the speed on steep environments or slopey environments, where now the operator can control and vary the speed to suit that application. It's a fantastic setup on the machine. Hence, that saves you your fuel too. And the beauty about it is that with regulating the speed on the machine, that an operator can maintain a full blade load. And I'm going to pass it over to Chris in a minute, but he's going to talk to you about some technology that's built into the machine that's going to assist with the electronics and the electric drive capability of the machine. Because the machine is a lot more productive now, Caterpillar have changed the undercarriage design. So we have what we call a Duralink undercarriage system now on the machine. It's a heavy-duty extended long-life track link on the machine. So what that's enabled, what they've done on the track link is now they've given us positive pin and sill retention. So that gives us a better track link life on the tracks. Hence, the higher productivity of the machine, we need a better undercarriage, a stronger undercarriage to keep up with what the machine's capable of. Not only that, the link assemblies have a lot more wear material on there. So, you know, if you are running at a higher speed, whether you're grading with the dozer or whether you're spreading material, you know, the machine is capable of travelling a lot quicker, which means your undercarriage is going to wear more. So Caterpillar have designed it to increase the life of the undercarriage to match the productivity rate of the machine. So there's a big change there. There's a lot of other features that we've done. So the engine now, we spoke about that a minute ago, the fan on the engine is reversible. And again, it's programmable. So if a customer's got one of these working in a landfill, for example, they can vary the speed and the duration time of when the reversing fan comes into play to help clean the radiators and the coolers out of the machine to maximise the cooling efficiency of the dozer. So that's just another additive that they've put into the machine. I heard Guy talk earlier about the blade. So it's what we call a semi-universal blade. It's an SU blade. The carrying capacity is increased today. So now we carry up to 5.7 metres, just under 6 metres of carrying capacity on this semi-U blade. And of course, we've got many blade options available for these dozers. So that's increased. We're going to talk a little bit more about the blade in a minute. The cabin, for example, it's a totally redesigned cab. The cab is bigger, it's spacious, it's an integrated ROPS, FOPS and a level 2 FOPS structure as well. So it's designed to handle quarry, mining operations, logging operations, so it's got the rigidity in the cab in the event of a rollover or a branch or a tree falls on the cabin of the machine. Inserted cab windows, so there's no glass that protrudes past the cab door. So for the guys that do work in the forestry environment, there's less chance of a branch hitting the door window and smashing the door window. So Caterpillar have really thought about that as well. Much better vision. The door opening is wider today, so the bigger operator that gets in and out of the machine, he's got a much bigger door span now that he can climb in and out of, making it a little bit more easier for him to get in and get out of the machine. We have what we call an A and a B post up there, so all the day-to-day activities that an operator requires, it's either a push button or a dial in the side there, so it's very, very easy to get in there and control the machine to what you want to do. Climate control, air conditioning. You know, I heard the guys earlier talk about comfort in the cab. The full air suspension seat. There's a retractable seatbelt with an anti-cinch device, so the seatbelt doesn't lock into the operator's stomach. So it is very, very operator friendly. There's a lumbar support. Handrests are adjustable. It's heated. It's cooled. You know, you can sit in that cab 10, 12 hours a day very, very comfortably. It's a much, much nicer environment than what we had in the past. You'll see now that we have a touch screen set up on it. So if an operator needs to adjust the clock or the brightness, if they happen to be working on a day shift or a night shift, it's just simply a touchscreen. He can get into the display settings and customise the machine to suit how they like to operate. The other thing that we've done is the ripping capability. The rear gives us much better vision. So like the big dozers that we run today, we run a recessed fuel tank. So when the operator gets in the cab and he's got to do a lot of turning around to rip, he's got much better vision towards the ripper. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the ripper in a sec. But much, much more operator-friendly cabin. It's a nice, very quiet environment. 73 dBA inside the cab, so it's very, very quiet. And guess what? There's BT in the cab. It's not old Brian out here, it's Bluetooth. So you've got a Bluetooth set up on the machine as well. So the operator, if he gets a lot of calls throughout the day, he can he can answer the phone without stopping the machine and talk through the speakers of the machine. So really, really nice feature as well. You're going to see now that the lights have changed too. So I've turned the lights on, so we don't have any more beacon lights on the roof of this machine. We run full LED lights. So you'll see that the beacon lights are pretty much the height of the cabin. They go all the way around the machine, so you've got a 360-degree view of the beacon lights when working. So it's safe. For the guys in the forestry operation, or if they're working in tree environments, you don't have to have another beacon light on the top of the roof that's got a bigger chance of getting smashed off. So that's there. All LED lights. So again, if you're doing night shift work or you're working early mornings or late nights, the lighting on this machine is second to none. It's just LED lights. They light up like a Christmas tree, and it's a really, really nice, lighting system on the dozer that we have. You'll see even little things like safety, and I saw a guy climb up and down the machine before. So the 3 points of contact, Caterpillar's pretty much paramount about safety. They really put safety into the design of the machine. So again, at any one point in time, an operator can use 3 points of contact to get in and out of the machine. The other little thing that they do just to make life easier, they put a ladder light on. So the guy can turn the light on. So if he's got to get in the cab or out of the cab throughout a night shift, or if he stops for smoko through a night shift, or he starts early morning, there's less chance of him slipping or falling on a track. So he can see what he can do. And you can see all the hand grips all around the machine. So it's very, very easy to get in and out of the machine. A little bit more about that in a sec. You'll see with the electric drive too, just for the service guys, so once the engine gets shut off on this machine, the whole electrical system, the electric drive components all de-energise, so it makes it safe for a service guy to do any work on the machine in the event something needs to happen. You'll see that if we come around the back of the machine a little bit here, again, I saw a guy climbing up and down the access ladder to get to the fuel tank, but also for the service guys, it gives them accessibility to get to the back of the air conditioner at the back of the cab. Now, some sites require, working at heights. So Caterpillar's thought about that as well. So if you are at one of these sites that requires working at heights, you're going to see a harness latching point up on both sides of the machine. So if a service guy's got to get up there, you know what, and they need to wear a harness, they can fully secure themselves onto the machine, that in the event of a slip or a fall, they're nice and safe if your site requires that as well. We talked about the ripper a minute ago. So there's been a bit of a change to the rippers. It's what we call a fixed parallelogram ripper. So in other words, the design of the ripper is designed to give you entry into the ground, and then once the ripper tines into the ground, it's designed to plough the material out of the ground. So it makes it easier, and a lot easier for the dozer and easier for the operator to rip hard ground out. One of the changes that we've made to the ripper is we've changed the entry and exit point of it. So now the ripper raises a little bit higher. So if you're working in a pretty hilly environment or a rough undulating environment, the dozer operators watching today, they'll know that if they're backing up, quite often the ripper tines will hit the ground. Well, guess what? We've increased the height of that now. So our entry point's a lot higher, enabling us to get into up a hill or over that undulating ground a lot better. So a big change on the ripper design that we've made there as well. We also got a shovel holder on it. So again, yeah, you know what, we don't like cleaning tracks out, but there's no easier way of cleaning tracks out. So Caterpillar now have designed a little shovel holder with a special shovel that comes with these dozers to help the operator clean the tracks out a lot better. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put you over to Chris Barrett. Now, you heard Chris, he's Caterpillar's technology expert. He's going to talk to you a little bit about some of the technology that's built into this machine. So I'll hand it over to you, Chris.
Thanks, John, and great overview. Like John was saying, like a clean skin redesign, and this is our first redesign of the D6 in about 25 years from clean skin on the paper. One of the good things, we're going to talk a lot about grade control technology today, but one of the big things was really getting the balance right of the machine. And we've actually managed to get that centre of gravity back in the centre of the machine, so no matter what blade choice, what rippers you got on the back, the machine's really nice and stable. So when we talk about the blade control technology, as Glenn and Guy spoke about earlier, this is a full 3D machine from the factory. And you can see, get to work, you jump in the cab, you go to work. There's no mast to climb up and put on the cab. There's no coil cables that could break. It's just a nice, easy to use system. The standard features and the common features that we've got in these machines, the first one I want to talk about is what we call stable blade. This one just works in the background for any operator when they're not using automatic machine control. So how that works, essentially it's like a buffer. If the machine senses some vibration, it smooths out those joystick inputs and gives you a really nice finish. So if you get an experienced guy like John in the cab, he can run the machine a little bit faster, especially with this transmission. Get a more inexperienced guy learning to use a dozer, it's going to help him do less washboarding, be a lot smoother. If he's pushing material out, a whole lot more smoother. The other technology that we're really excited about, which is a bit of a building block for the 3D system, is what we call slope assist. Now this is a 2D technology. It doesn't rely on any lasers or GPS or reference stations or design, purely just works off a couple of smart sensors on the machine. So we've got one on the blade, one in the chassis, and then that gives the operator real-time feedback of where that machine's sitting, pitch and roll. So the operator, he's got the ability, if he's doing a haul road and he wants to put a 2% slope so the water runs off nice and smooth, hits the auto button, it's going to maintain that blade slope no matter where he goes. So that's one way of using it. We can also do mainfall. So again, if you're on that quarry application or you're wanting to build a haul road, you want to put a 5% ramp in, you dial that 5%. backwards and forwards, that machine's going to get to your 5% accuracy, 5% target mainfall on the machine. Really handy feature. So we're getting a lot of feedback that people say, hey, I've normally just used the 3D machine control, but this is really good for finishing up the job site, transitioning from one design to the other, or where there's not a design, you can just use slope assist to finish off. So we like to almost call that cruise control for the dozer. The next one, which is a really big feature, is our Cat grade with 3D. And we spoke about our excavators earlier, spoken about the mastless grader. This system's got that same 10-inch touchscreen display that allows you to send files from the office or load them up in a USB and work to a 3D design plan. The automatics on this machine, we've spoke about IMUs, so inertial meter units. This has really been a big game changer in the technology and what we can get out of the system. So it's much quicker, it responds to acceleration and bumps, and we get really good grading performance on this tractor. So I might ask John a couple of questions because we work very close with John. And John, you've run the 2D system on this machine, and what's some of your feedback and what do you like about it?
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, the 2D system's fantastic. For the very experienced operator out there, the 2D system just makes your life a little bit easier. It takes the guesswork out of you trying to shape that road or cut that ramp in there. You can pre-program it in the machine. So if you were cutting a ramp of 10% with a 2% cross slope, you can just program it into the machine, hit the auto button, the dozer does the rest. You just got to push the material from A to B and cut down. If you had a metre cut, well, you'd probably just manually work it down. But when you're at that point of grading, you just flick the autos on and just steer the dozer. The dozer does the rest of it. It's a fantastic feature. Really good for the inexperienced operator that wants to learn and get into the business, but for the experienced guy that he's been in it for a long time, you know what, there's just some added technology in there that just makes your life a little bit easier.
Yep. And another thing that works with slope assist and that Cat grade with 3D, John alluded to earlier, is auto carry. So what auto carry does, that manages our track slip and our blade load. So basically you can set a blade load, you're in material, you load up that blade, this machine's automatically going to raise and lower that blade to maintain that full blade load. So whether it's your first pass on the job site or you're spreading material or you're on grade, auto carry is going to manage that blade load, work in seamless with both slope assist and our Cat grade with 3D systems, so you're getting full blade loads. Again, for those inexperienced operators, they're going to have full blades and blade dirt rolling over the front of the blade. Efficient guys, they're just going to get more out of this system when they're doing slot dozing, full blades every single time, and also reduce your undercarriage where you've got less track slip, so therefore you're saving on cost as well as being more productive as you go through.
Chris, I've got a couple of questions for you. The 3D system, I see we've got commonality between all the screens, and I think you touched on that a minute ago, but if, the next gens have got the touch screen, I guess the new grader that's coming out will have the same touch screen as the dozer does, so that's great for the operators to get comfortable with the screens. But like an next-gen excavator, an operator can pre-program a design in the screen. Can you do the same with the dozer?
Yeah, one of the really nice things we've got, a lot of people have the perception, John, that 3D's for these big projects. If you're on a highway job, you use 3D, that's the only time you use it. Not the case anymore. With this Android display, you can actually build your own designs in there. So if you're doing a shed site, you're building a dam, you can profile in the dam wall, you can put in a shed site, swale drains, whatever it is, all in the cab. You can draw it with your finger or you can use the machine as a survey tool and it does it for you.
That's if they don't have a design on that job.
Correct. Yeah. And a lot of the time we see people using it, they go, hey, I'm on the job, I've got the base station set up, I'm ready to go, but design hasn't arrived. So they make a start. They actually start using that in-field design capability to make the most out of that system. So it helps that return on investment, investing in the technology and being able to use it more and more.
And probably a big bugbear for me. What about the connectivity of the 3D system? You'll get a customer that'll run this machine on a job that probably has competitive connectivity or competitive base stations.
Yes.
Can we talk to it? What's involved?
We can. We've done a lot of work, John. So this is like a Caterpillar Cat grade system, but we've put on a standard cellular modem on these machines. So if you need to hook up to the cellular network to get your RTK corrections, you can use that monitor that comes on the machine with factory. If you're running off different base stations, like you say, John, there's a few different colours and flavours out there. There's different radio options we can put on to make sure this machine's going to talk to whatever base station you have on site. That's a really big thing. The other one Glenn spoke about is sending those files over the air with that modem. So that helps, rather than stopping the machine, giving the guy a USB, you can just push that to the machine in the field. The other part of that is for support. So the guys here in the solution centre, they can dial into the machine, make sure it's got the latest software, troubleshoot anything, talk the operator over the phone. That's all this connectivity really starting to help us.
Now, you said before it's all fully integrated.
Yes.
I don't know whether the guy said it earlier, but how come we've got blade bracket masts?
Yeah. So with that, John, just to give the dozer a bit more flexibility, say you're doing a job that's happening around Melbourne at the moment, a level crossing removal, and there's bridges, and you're down a big gully, and you're not getting a very good clear view of the sky for your GPS system to work. What that enables us to do is put on a UTS system, often on graders. We can plug that in, the machine fully supports it as it is. That allows you to work with your 3D design when you don't have a clear view of the sky. Stadiums.
Is that option available on all the blades?
It is. Yeah. So this blade here, while we should talk about the blades, this is the SU blade. The other blade that's really getting a lot of traction in this marketplace is our new dedicated VPAT 6-way blade. So again, that's a full redesign. It's an actually different tractor frame. So rather than building a VPAT blade on the front of the existing dozer, it's a dedicated design to make sure that machine's really well balanced. So we've got actually horizontal lift cylinders to get that weight back. We've got a yoke design of that C-frame. We've done a lot of smart things in there. So even when you tilt that blade, you don't have to actually compensate for the angle. So there's a lot of smarts just in the overall design of the machine to make the grade control system perform a little bit better.
It goes, and I guess the other thing to add to that too is the maintenance costs that we spoke about being reduced. You know, for the guys out there that know that, hey, you've got to grease the equaliser bar and the end pins on it, well, that's all gone now. So we have a maintenance-free equaliser bar on the dozer as well as the longer servicing intervals that come with it. So I guess that's another good feature with this new next-gen dozer that we're seeing.
And we've mentioned a bit in the cab there, John, but about customisation. So whether you're, again, new or you've been using machine control for a long time, a lot of guys like to sort of fine-tune the automatics to get it working well in sand or gravel or sticky clay. We've now got the ability to program in your favourites and save them. So say you're doing sand one day, John, next day you're on a subdivision pushing out clay. You can have two different maps running for your automatics at the push of the button. Same with the actual machine settings. So if you're doing that final trim work and you want really fine blade control, you want nice gentle reverse speed, you don't want the reverse fan going, you can all save that as a profile. Next day you're doing your bulk pushing, you go back, you can have all those customisations set at the push of the button. So really making it comfortable and work seamlessly for that operator in the cab.
And Chris, I'm nearly as tall as you, tongue in cheek. I noticed the two 10-inch screens there. Sometimes, depending on the size of the operator, can they be swapped around?
Yeah, they can. So one of the feedback we actually got from our T-Series dozers, we had the grade control screen integrated in that machine. But again, some taller operators were saying, I want to swap the screens around. I want the top on the bottom and vice versa. So now we've got the ability in that screen to customise everything. Your pods, your seat, there's a lot of adjustment in there to really make you, whether you're tall or short, big or small, you can really be comfortable in that cab.
Yeah, the cab's very, very, very operator friendly.
Yep.
The other thing is overall the dozer is quiet. It looks like a normal D6, but there's a lot of change that's gone into the machine itself. So I think you'll be pretty pleasantly surprised with this new style of dozer. The ones we have running out there today, the guys simply love them, and I know I can vouch for everyone there. So it's a nice machine, but I guess.
Yeah, and the feedback we're getting from the grade control system, I mean, like we said, 25 years, you think of how much technology was used on the job site 25 years ago to where we are today, and you think perfect timing for a next-gen dozer, take advantage of all that, does a lot of it for it, makes the operator more productive and happy in the cab.
I think BT said earlier, sum it up in 20 seconds. For me, I think I'd just sum it up saying, mate, it's the Cat. It's the best.
It's fantastic.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah. BT, back over to you.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, let's take a look at some of the new features on this next-gen D5 dozer in the monitor. Now what I want to point out to you here is this guy right here. This is our blade load monitor. So as you're dozing along, this yellow bar is going to slide along here and give you an indication of how much material you have and how much load you have on your blade. So pretty slick to See if you can kind of get that maximum blade load and keep that guy right up there between that green and that yellow. Try to get that maximum blade load each time and be as efficient and as effective as you can when you're dozing with your brand new next-gen dozer. Hey everybody, let's talk a little bit about next-gen Cat Grade 3D and using the auto carry feature with slope assist. So if I have a tractor equipped with next-gen Cat Grade 3D, it's going to have the higher accuracy antennas and receivers. And therefore, when I'm using slope assist in my main machine monitor here, okay, if I encounter enough of a load that it makes my tractor spin, auto carry is going to go ahead and lift up the blade for me. Now, in addition to using slope assist in the main tractor monitor, we also adjust the settings for auto carry in here as well too. Machine, I can enable or disable auto carry, and I can set my load factor. So this is going to allow me to use auto carry and slope assist at the same time. It's a great feature to use on the next-gen dozers as well as the latest K family of dozers. Hey everybody, let's take a look at some of the new features in the next-gen dozer menu. I'm going to hit the menu button up here. It's going to drop down. I want to take a look at some of our quick picks here. Auto shift. This is where I can turn auto shift on or off. When I turn auto shift off, it will stay in the gear that I select. In this D5, we have a 3-speed power shift transmission, so it would be 1, 2, or 3. So I can turn that on or off. Traction control. This is our automatic traction control feature, and what that does is that'll sense using the GPS and the tractor load to see if we are slipping the tracks, and if we are, then it'll automatically detorque just a little bit to help you reduce that track slip. Stable blade, on or off. Stable blade is our next latest generation of stable blade. It's got a new sensor and some new algorithms in there, and so it helps to smooth that blade out even more when you're in those manual grading applications. Auto carry. I can turn auto carry on or off right here, and that will turn on my auto carry feature when I'm using my Cat Grade with 3D, and when I do start to slip, auto carry will automatically pick that blade up for me just a little bit, so I can turn that on and off right there. Of course, I've got my fan purge here. I can force a fan purge in the reversing fan, and then this is another way to get into your bidirectional speed settings right there as well too.
Thanks, BT. Hi, Brian Zarkov, William Adams Used Equipment Manager. With over 150 used machines available at any given time, ranging in hours, age and price point, across the Caterpillar product range, our options for our customers is extensive, and from a supplier that you can trust. All used Cat machines are workshop checked by our highly trained technicians. The latest updates are completed and only Cat quality parts are used. This certainly gives our customers confidence that the used machine will perform as designed, increase productivity and reduce downtime. Given our used machines have been Cat checked, we are then able to offer additional comfort with a tailored warranty option. Cat Certified Used provides warranty support from 3 months up to 3 years or 5,000 hours on selected qualifying machines. This powertrain and hydraulics warranty ensures that our customers achieve the best productivity and performance from their investment. Cat Certified Used warranty is exclusive to your Cat dealer and provides Australia-wide support and coverage. And when you are shopping for your new next-gen Cat machine, don't forget that William Adams Used Equipment will be pleased to provide an attractive offer to trade your competitive brand machine. Or let us source a quality low-hour next-gen Cat machine if new doesn't suit your budget. So when in market for a used machine, call into one of our branches in Victoria or Tasmania and speak with our staff, or visit www.williamadams.com.au and go to our used equipment page. Thank you, Brian.
Welcome back to the William Adams Live Next Gen event. We hope you've enjoyed the show. It's not quite over yet because we've got the draw for the Matador Barbecue coming up in just a moment. Now, Some live chat this evening. We've taken some of your questions and now we're going to ask them live on stage to three of the experts here. And by the way, Shannon, John and Glenn, thank you very much for today. You've all surprised me with how much knowledge you've got. You guys know your stuff. Is that part of the job, Glenn?
Sure is. It's really just a case of boys and toys, BT. We love all these toys and we get to play with them every day, so we're pretty lucky.
Let's see whether you can answer these ones. To do with Cat 120 motor grader, in fact, no, we might stick with these ones here first. That stick steer system that you were talking about was pretty cool. I was thinking, can you remove the travel levers and pedals altogether on those models?
I might take that one, guys. As you saw, BT, you and I aren't the smallest blokes, so you can remove the levers, but you do lose cruise control functionality because there's three default safety, I suppose, factors to have cruise control active. One is, of course, the levers. So touch wood, if someone does have a heart attack or something on the machine and leans forward onto those levers, it cuts it out. So you can remove it, which means for us bigger guys, you get more, I suppose, leg room, especially in that footwell area, but you do lose cruise control.
Okay, what's the advantage of lift assist? Who's going to take this question?
I guess I'll take that one. I guess the advantage of lift assist is it's really good for customers that are using machines to do a lot of suspended load lifting, drainage contractors. You're an ex-plumber, BT, you know, except they're probably dealing with bigger pipes. You know, that controllability of being of the operator knowing what he's capable of lifting of is second to none. It's a no-brainer. You can put that machine in a safe environment, or you can, if you're not aware of it, you can quite easily get yourself into a very, very serious predicament with that machine. Lift assist will stop the operator doing that. And even though, you know, you'll get the experienced operator that's been on a machine for 20-odd years, or you'll get the young guy, it's a great tool for either operator, you know, and it just takes that guesswork out of it. So anyone doing suspended loads, it's a no-brainer.
What about when you guys are delivering machines to customers? The setup of the technology, I mean, how do you know if you've got that right for that customer?
Well, Johnny, you're a demonstrator operator. You do a lot of the deliveries. You want to grab that one?
Yeah, I guess one of the big things with the next-gen excavators is it's very important that we calibrate the buckets that go with the machine, or the ripper tines, or the hydraulic hammers. We need to make sure that everything is calibrated to that machine, because I think I heard you saying before when Glenn was talking, BT, you pointed out a sensor on the boom.
Yeah.
Well, them sensors them sensors know the measurements of all the buckets, of whatever attachment that the operator has on that machine. And again, for things like lift assist to work, it needs to know what's on the end of that on the end of that machine for it to be safe and operable.
What do you reckon the real standout feature of the next gen product range is? Is there one that stands out?
I'll grab that one,
Yeah,
guys,
you
if you
grab
don't
it.
mind. But from my perspective, and we didn't get a chance to cover it in the walk around today, BT, but it's the ability to future-proof your machine. So we keep using that smartphone analogy. But that monitor in that machine will actually receive the latest updates, the latest apps. We can actually download that just like you get a software update on your phone. So, you know, I said before, guys that bought those machines, or customers that bought those machines back in 2018, a year later got a free download with that lift assist app that we're talking about. That came for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, that became an upgrade. Yeah. So typically in the technology space, the hardware ages really quickly, and, you know, big investment, and things are moving so quickly. What you had 2 years ago is out of date. Got to buy new hardware. I think the next gen, the secret of next gen, is you can just continually update that. You're almost future-proofing the machine, whether that's the diggers, whether it's the dozers, whether it's the minis, that ability to continue to update. If you got the platform right, if you got the hardware right, you got all the good stuff there to start with, then you can just keep adding apps, keep adding software, improving, refining. So never before in our industry, and as far as I know today, we're still the only ones that can do the remote updates. That ability to just keep on top of technology, because it moves so quick, to me, is a real game changer.
What about the next gen technology? Is it possible, do you guys have any understanding of what might be around the corner? What's next?
BT, this is the start of the new beginning.
Right.
What you're seeing here today.
So you're not sure where this is going to end?
Oh, this is the start of many, many things to come down the track, you know. And there's a lot of things that are in development stage now that we're probably not in a position to sort of elaborate. But Caterpillar's miles and miles ahead of with some of the technology that they're working on at the minute. But the good thing is that the quality of operator that's out there today, the good experienced guy, he's getting closer to his retirement age. The new kids have to come into it. The newer operator needs to come into it. We need to make a machine that's capable and easy enough for a guy to get in there. And with the demanding world that we all live in today, productivity is paramount. We need to get a guy in there that the machine helps him dig that dirt, to get the tonnage out, to get the production rates up, to save the fuel so they can make money when they're bidding on a job or doing the job in general.
What about trains? In some of them, there's no drivers. Buses, there's no drivers. We're hearing about drones flying us from the airport into the city, 2 at a time. No driver, just all automated. Can you ever see the day where any of these models will be driverless?
BT, the mining industry, Caterpillar's mining industry today, have been running autonomous mining trucks now for probably...
Yes, they have, the 100-tonners.
Yeah, no, not 100-tonners, 400-tonners.
Wow.
240-tonne trucks. They're starting to develop the 400-tonne carrying capacity truck now, the 797F, all autonomous.
True.
You know what that does? In remote locations around the world where people are flying in and flying out, a lot of people don't like that flying in, fly out. It's too hard on the physical being, on the human. So the trucks do it all by themselves. They're programmed from the city away, and they just run in and run out. And you know what? The trucks work to the way they've been designed, so their operating costs go down to buggery, and their uptimes are through the roof. They get
My
maximum
son
availability.
is one of those drivers over in West Australia at a gold mine at the moment. He appreciates the $40 an hour, so I think he wants to keep driving. By the way,
can I just add on that one though? In the next gen range, both the dozers and the excavators, we already have remote services, so it's something we probably didn't touch a lot on today. But because that machine, we talked about the machine knows where the bucket is, knows how much weight. If it's got 3D and it knows spatially where it is on the job site, it's a very easy leap forward to remote services. So a lot of our next gen excavators we can order now out of the factory remote, and that can be line of sight, so that can be you there with a controller watching, or it can be remote. A lot of the dozers, in fact, Cat did a lot of this at Con Expo, you could be in another country and running a dozer. So that technology here today, in terms of driverless in the construction space, Johnny, I don't know what you reckon, but there's a lot of variabilities digging around and soils change and all that, and it's not as controlled as a job site. I think I'll see my lifetime out where we'll still need a bloke in the chair, but it's certainly not a big leap to think about where we're at and where you can go with it, that's for
another
sure.
question here from one of our viewers. Does lift assist stop the hydraulic operation when in overload?
No, it doesn't. So I'm not sure if you saw the video before, but we purposely don't stop the hydraulics because sometimes stopping the hydraulic functionality could cause more of a problem, or could be a lot worse and a lot more dangerous in that environment. So the operator still has the full controllability of that machine to bring the load within its working envelope to safely get the load back on level ground or out of, so he can reposition himself or park the load up and get a bigger machine to lift it if that's the case.
What sort of customers benefit from lift assist?
A lot of drainage contractors, they can get a lot of benefit out of it. I know Glenn touched on it earlier, with the payload system, like for example, a drainage contractor, if he was pricing his job up on how many metres he does a day, he can work out how many tonnes he digs out with that machine. He's got lift assist because he knows how heavy the pipes are to put into the ground, and he can safely put them into the ground, know exactly how much he digs out of the ground. That helps him price a job too today. And that's the nice feature about him as well.
Can I add something to that one, BT? And it's really important for our market, and Johnny will know this, is for the lack of having that technology, if you don't know your load centre, if you don't know your suspended load, the Australian standards make you rate at worst case scenario. So that's over the side, full reach. So today, traditionally, we've had to do it that way. A lot of our competitors have to do it. You just have to say, all right, if we don't know that data, we just have to assume worst case scenario. So an excavator like that 13-tonne has been really limited to what it's actually capable of doing. So those drainage guys now can use what's called a variable load chart and really maximise the lifting potential of that machine. Why? Because he knows what weight's on the hook, he knows what his load centre is, and the machine's telling him when he's going to exceed that capability. So it really does take us to that next level of using an excavator as a craning device, which you haven't been able to do in our industry for a long time. It really is a game changer.
By the way, for the uneducated out there that might be watching this, what sort of tickets, licensing do you need to drive the bigger machinery? Is there such a thing, or can anyone jump in and do it?
Well, I guess I'll step up here. I guess the legality is a lot of big organisations now require operators to be competent. So there is competency assessments that can be carried out, but I guess legally, no, you don't really need to have a ticket, but companies need to provide ongoing training throughout the career of a person, starting his operating career, I guess. Yeah.
Favourite machine for the three of you? I want you to pick one. What is it, Glenn?
320 Next Gen excavator.
320 Next Gen.
I like the 315.
The 315.
And the 302. I love my little ones too.
Why the 315? What?
Oh, just it's the compact radius machine. It's the small hex. It's a fantastic machine versus our competitors in the market. But I love my minis too. So the 302. I'm proud of the 302. I think that cab machine. We just didn't know where it was going to fit because we were the first. It's absolutely done a stellar job for us so far. And yeah, it's a ripper.
Oh, I've got to say the old motor grader for me. I've got the motor grader in my blood. I had my own for many years, and yeah, it's still a favourite for me.
Just briefly tell us about the engineering of most of these models. Where is it done? Is it done in the US?
It varies a little bit by product group. For us, the excavators is design controls really out of Japan, but it's joint American and Japanese engineers. But as you heard us talk about, it's global. There's guys like Darren based here in Australia that are giving feedback to the factory on what Australian operators want on motor graders. And same with excavators. So it's a very global organisation. There might be design control in one spot, but Cat are doing a really good job of gathering feedback from all over the world and really transferring that into the engineering.
See that esky behind you? It's got ice in it.
It's cool.
It's got perhaps a cool drink in there. Grab one on your way out, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Well done.
Good on you, BT.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. These guys really know what they're talking about. There's no doubt about that. All right, time now to go down to Tassie, and we've been going live into Tasmania all day, I might add. And dealer principal Adam Elphinstone is down there in Burnie, Tasmania, and he joins us now. Adam, how you doing, mate?
G'day, BT. How are you?
I'm not hearing
there,
Adam
BT?
at all, so maybe I might start. We can all see Adam there, but it's his 40th birthday also today. So happy birthday, Adam. 40 years of age as a dealer principal. That's pretty damn good.
Thank you very much. You got a bit of sound now?
Got a little bit of sound here now? Yes.
You can hear me? Okay, thank you. Thank you, BT. And yes, 40 years old today, so had a reasonably hectic day and a few cakes and missing out on dinner tonight to to come and be here with the crowd, which is fantastic. So thank you for the birthday wishes.
Surely there's a crayfish or something involved from down there in Burnie on the docks.
Oh, there was the favourites cooked last night, so we got that done and out of the way yesterday.
Very good. Now, they tell me you recently signed on to the dealer agreement. Tell us what that means and the process involved in that, Adam.
Oh yeah, so I guess that happened here about 12 months ago. I guess the process on that, Dale, my father has been the dealer principal for many years before us, and it's fantastic to sign on. I guess Caterpillar have got to see that you're competent to continue to run the business and support the Caterpillar product into the future. So it's great to have that in the family for a second generation, and really proud to sign on with a dual dealer principal with my father on the sales and service agreement. So a very proud moment, very proud moment.
What's the total years of involvement from your angle?
Full-time 24 years. Started as a diesel mechanic apprentice and worked my way up. Part-time is probably 40 years. I was actually born, left the hospital and got taken for a factory tour before I went to my own home. So I've been there my entire life.
Where does the Australian version of William Adams sit in terms of world terms, in terms of machinery supplied? How big are we out here?
From a William Adams perspective, I guess we're certainly in the medium-sized dealer category, which is fantastic, from sort of 180 odd globally. So it's a good place to be. We enjoy the area that we're in. We've certainly got one of everything, we say. So we're in forestry and construction and mining, and everything you can think of we sell. So it's great to have a really broad breadth of product and equipment that we look after in our territory in Victoria and Tasmania.
Got to say, Adam, you've got it covered in terms of knowledge from all of the guys I've met here today, from Johnny and Glenn and all of the guys that have taken us through the whole product range. These guys are absolutely on the money.
We've certainly got an exceptional team, exceptional. There's a few legends that have been with you today, as we call them in the industry.
Yep.
And the guys, know the product inside and out. The Caterpillar representatives that have been there have been fantastic and support us in everything that we do. I think the sales team and the sales reps, right down to the mechanics. We had our top apprentice awards today, where we, train and test our apprentices to make sure they're elite in the industry. So
how many
at all levels, we have brilliant people.
How many apprentices do you employ?
We took on about 30 apprentices last year. That's probably our biggest intake. At any one time, we have somewhere between 40 and about 80 apprentices through first to fourth year. So we sort of try and look after the industry from that perspective, which is good.
Very good. Now, we're about to draw the major prize, the Matador Barbecue, of course, about to give that away. We've given away, thanks to you, over $10,000 worth of prizes today. Appreciate that. And we've also had the specials on a couple of units as well. I'm sure you want to say a few words before we wrap it up.
Oh yeah, I've just got a couple of words. I'm running a little bit of technology here this evening to keep me on track, so excuse if I'm reading a few pieces, but certainly thank you to everybody that registered this evening. We had over 1,000 registrations, and that's just fantastic. To all of our customers and everyone that's been online this evening and spent the time to learn about the product and spend time with the William Adams team. Thank you. It's a bit of a different event. I know COVID's sort of mixed things up a little bit this year, but a fantastic way to reach out to everybody and share some knowledge in the industry. A big thank you to Caterpillar, all the support they've given us, not just today, but even in developing the next gen product, the work that they've gone to for many years before we get to today to develop and design and test and work hard on the product. We think it's a brilliant product out there in the industry. I think proof's in the pudding. Customers are certainly happy with it, and we thank Caterpillar for all of their involvement and support that they've given us. The William Adams team that's pulled it together today, I think everybody that's been online and dialed in, couldn't say enough about them. We've just talked about their expertise in the industry, but thank you for everybody behind the scenes that's made this happen, because it's certainly not an easy thing to pull together. Congratulations to all the prize winners. I won't go through all the names, everyone's seen it through the night, but certainly 4 prizes are done and the major prize will be drawn in a moment, so good luck to everybody that's online for that. Thank you to BT for spending a few hours with us and hosting the event. I think you've done a fantastic job. Also, thank you for becoming another Caterpillar customer. Hopefully you enjoy the machine. I think you'll really get some great benefit out of that and have a little bit of fun on the farm, and we'll look after you and support you for many years to come with the product. Tonight we sold 4 machines while everyone's been live, so that's fantastic. A couple of 13-tonners and 2 301.5, so thank you to everybody that's made a purchase. Thank you to everybody that's online, and certainly all the deals are still open till end of business tomorrow, so just get in touch with your reps where you need to. And then finally, probably just won't get a chance, we're stuck in Tasmania, so a massive Merry Christmas to everybody that's dialed in. A thank you to everybody that supported us through 2020. It's really been a very different year, but I think the industry and everything that's happened has shown just how resilient that Australia and Australians are, and can't be prouder of what's happened throughout the year. Wishing everybody a very safe and great festive season and a happy new year. And with that adieu, I'll hand back over to you, BT, to draw the final prize.
Good on you, Adam. Appreciate that. Have a great night. I know we've stolen half of your birthday here today, but go and enjoy what's left of it, and really appreciate your time. You guys and your employees are doing a great job for the industry. Well done. Thanks a lot.
That's been great. Thank you.
There's the dealer principal there, Adam Elphinstone, there with us. So thank you to Adam, much appreciated. Now we're going to draw the big prize. By the way, thanks to all of those that have persevered with the way that this has been done today. It's the first time that we've been a virtual situation because of the COVID situation, and we've learned a lot out of it. And sure, not everything went absolutely perfectly, but I hope we've got the information that you required to do the next deal that you want to do with a cat. So thank you for persevering with us today, and we look forward to meeting you in person again next year as customers. Now, it is my job to draw the final prize. We've had all of these magnificent prizes, as I mentioned before, over $10,000 worth. When I pull the handle here, the Matador barbecue that's sitting out there, over $3,500 worth, the 6-burner hooded barbecue, is an absolute ripper. It's a kitchen, basically. That's what it is. So when I pull the lever, we'll know who is the winner. All right, let's have a look at this. Who have we got? A little bit of a drum roll. Bang! Bang. The winner, Eddie Woods. Oh, gee, there you go. The Tigers' colours. The Cat colours, of course. They are. Eddie Woods. Congratulations, Eddie. You are the winner of the magnificent Matador Barbecue. Brilliant job for you. Hope you enjoy it. And just in time for Christmas too, I might add. So thank you to everyone out there, the customers of William Adams. Thank you very much for tuning in. That's about it from us. To all of the staff and personnel that have made this happen here at headquarters in Clayton, thank you very much, as Adam just said to us. Well done, enjoy, and thanks for watching.
you.